Hello students, and welcome to this another session on the variations in polymerase chain reaction. So far we have discussed about conventional polymerase chain reaction and one of its modification, that is hot start polymerase chain reaction. Today we are going to discuss another variation in the conventional PCR, and that is known as multiplex PCR. So what do you understand from the word multiplex? Multiplex is a common word that we use for cinema theaters that screen more than one movie simultaneously. Initially, there were used to be the single screen theaters which were screening a single movie at one time, but now we have the multiplexes which can screen more than one movie at one time. So this polymerase chain reaction, multiplex polymerase chain reaction, is just like the multiplex movie theater. We can correlate these movie theaters with the thermocycler. Conventional PCR is like a single screen movie theater where only one movie is screened. So in conventional PCR only one DNA template is amplified, whereas in multiplex PCR more than one DNA templates can be amplified simultaneously. So the DNA templates can be correlated with movie and the thermocycler can be correlated with the movie theater. So multiplex PCR amplifies multiple DNA template regions simultaneously using different sets of primers in a single PCR reaction. We know that PCR technologies are utilized so often in diagnostic and research organization. It is efficient and accurate, but experimental cost, time consuming and tedious processing of it are the major drawbacks. It takes approximately 3 to 4 hours from DNA to result interpretation for a single reaction. So minimizing the cost, time duration for PCR is quite difficult for us. But what if we perform multiple experiments in a single reaction? It will save money and time, and that exactly multiplex PCR facilitates. Various template regions amplifies in a single PCR run means in 4 hours we can perform multiplex PCR assay using multiplex PCR technique. Multiple PCR assay using multiplex PCR technique. It is not a different machine, it is just a modification of conventional PCR. This technique was first described by Jeffrey S. Chamberlain in 1988. Along with his co-workers, he was working on dystrophin gene locus of the muscular dystrophy patient and had been amplified by them. Multiple deletions of dystrophin gene had been detected by using various sets of primers. Now scientists use multiplex PCR in virology, microbial genetics and single gene disorder studies. It also has the potential for parental screening of various genetic disorders. So based on the template DNA of multiplex PCR, the technique can be categorized as multi-template multiplex PCR and uni-template multiplex PCR. So from the name you can understand multi-template multiplex PCR. It means that more than one template DNA, more than two sets of primer amplifies several different sequences of template DNA, and therefore it is known as multi-template multiplex PCR. Okay, more than so different templates are simultaneously amplified in a single PCR reaction. So that also requires different sets of primers for this simultaneous amplification. The multiplex PCR is slightly different than uni-template. Here different templates are simultaneously amplified in a single PCR reaction. Different sets of primers are used to do so. However, it does not mean to pull different samples in single reaction. The present technique facilitates the detection of various pathogens from biological samples. So here you can see that the biological sample is containing the different sets of template DNA. They are mixed with the primers, different sets of primers, and they are amplified in a single run so that it can be detected whether the pathogens are present in the sample or not. So this PCR technique facilitates the detection of various pathogens from a biological sample. Then the second type is uni-template multiplex PCR. So the uni-template multiplex PCR is used in detection of inherited genetic disorders. Here our aim is to amplify various genes or regions from a single sample. For instance, if we wish to detect all 5 mutations of thalassemia, our template is a single beta globin gene from a single patient, but we are analyzing 5 different alterations in beta globin gene. The single template is amplified with the help of multiple sets of primers in a single reaction. The single template multiplex PCR is widely used in deletion analysis. So this is the representation for the uni-template multiplex PCR, where there is a single template DNA and the multiple sets of the primers are mixed with this single template DNA, and after the reaction we get the polymerized segments of genome. Okay, so there are two types of multiplex PCR: the multi-template multiplex PCR and uni-template multiplex PCR. Multi-template multiplex PCR, different templates are simultaneously amplified in single PCR reaction. Different sets of primers are used. In case of uni-template multiplex PCR, the single template DNA is amplified using multiple sets of primer. So this is the diagrammatic representation for both these types of PCR technique. In the multi-template multiplex PCR, different DNA templates are mixed with the sets of primer, whereas in case of this uni-template multiplex PCR, a single template DNA is mixed with different sets of primer. So this multi-template multiplex facilitates the detection of various pathogens from biological sample, and this uni-template, it facilitates the detection of inherited disorders. Okay, now next let's move on to the next topic. Now, since in polymerase chain reaction of this type we use the different primers simultaneously, so primer designing is a very crucial and very important process in multiplex PCR, because since we are using different types of primers, we have to take care that these primers should not form the primer dimers. They should not combine with each other. Okay, so because we are using more than two sets of primers, all primers must be different from one another. All primers must be different from one another. The primers should not be complementary to one another to minimize primer dimer formation. This means each set of primers should be unique and different. Besides primer, we should also take care that the GC content and the melting temperature should be very specific. Particularly the GC content should be 45 to 60%, whereas the melting temperature should be between 55 to 60 degree Celsius. And to achieve the higher amplification, the annealing temperature of each set of primer should be nearer to one another. Ideally, the length of each primer should not be more than 30 nucleotides, and for this particular PCR technique, the 20 to 25 nucleotide long primers are recommended. So more PCR cycles also cause the reaction failure or truncated amplification, as fewer reagents are available in the latter cycles. So contrary, if less PCR cycles are set, amplification aborted prematurely, and we can say not all regions amplify properly. So 25 to 30 cycles are sufficient for this type of PCR. Now let us move towards the advantages of multiplex PCR. Okay, before that, just to summarize that certain important things while designing the primers. So primer designing is very important. All primers should be different from each other. They should not be complementary to one another, so that there should be no primer dimer formation. The GC content and the melting temperature should be between 45 to 60% and 55 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, and there should be less number of cycles in the polymerase chain reaction. So now let's move towards the advantages of multiplex PCR. So one of the advantage is that it is very accurate and rapid method. So the present method, that is the modified method, is very accurate and rapid, and it amplify different template in same time. Also, less manpower is needed. Thus, the present method is cost effective. Then each amplicon works as an internal control for other amplicons, and therefore the chance of false positive result is less. And by comparing different amplicons of single template, we can determine the quality of template. So in terms of technical advantage, here the pipetting errors are less, and less consumables, less chemicals are required to perform an experiment. Remember that for the polymerization we require the tagged DNA polymerase, and this tagged DNA polymerase is a very costly reagent in polymerase chain reaction. So for amplification of more than one template DNA, we using more than one set of primers, we can use the same tag polymerase. So by this we can save the cost or expenses on DNA tag polymerase enzyme. So these are some of the advantages of the multiplex PCR, but along with advantages there are certain disadvantages also, or limitations of polymerase chain reactions are there. So what are those limitations? So longer multiple templates can't be amplified using the present method. Usually 1000 base pair or more gene regions can't properly be amplified. So this is one of the important limitation of multiplex PCR, where we cannot amplify the longer DNA using multiplex PCR, since the number of cycles are reduced, and as a result there may be chances of truncated amplification. So this is a major drawback. The second drawback is it is restricted to few types of template. We can't do multiplex PCR for all type of reactions. Further to this, the chance of reaction failure and non-significant results are commonly observed in multiplex PCR. So we need a good expertise while handling these types of techniques. Now let us move towards the application of multiplex PCR. So the applications of multiplex PCR can be represented from this figure. So multiplex PCR, here you can see that multiplex PCR finds their application in pathogen and strain identification. At the same time, they are also used in mutation detection, single nucleotide polymorphism analysis. It is used in GMO studies. It is used in template quantification, disease diagnosis, pathogen detection, and the deletion studies. So in this particular diagram, the pathogen strain identification, the template the disease diagnosis and pathogen detection, these are quite similar words. So various pathogens or the strains of pathogen and viruses can be identified from the biological sample. So in modern day science, the present method is widely used in microbial detection and identification. So traditional microbiology culture techniques are tedious, time consuming, and prone to contamination. Multiplexing revolutionized the PCR technology due to its accuracy, precision, and rapid nature. Various pathogens or strains of pathogens and viruses can be amplified from different biological samples. In the diagnostic industry, it is used to detect infections such as ocular infection, urinogenital infection, lung infection, respiratory viruses, neurotropic viral infection, and tuberculosis infection. HSV strains, EBV infection, VZV, CMW, influenza, adenoviral like pathogens can be detected with the help of ready to use standard multiplex pathogen detection kits. Nowadays, a similar type of kits are being used for detection of COVID-19. So the present method is utilized in the categorization and identification of the pathogen. Another use of multiplex PCR is in SNP analysis, that is the single nucleotide polymorphism. So it is also used in multiple SNP genotyping, for example the thalassemia. Now in this particular case, thalassemia, in this blood-borne inherited disease, different single nucleotide polymorphisms such as the IVS1, IVS1-1, IVS1-5, IVS-GC, ID5 and CD15 etc. can be detected in a single reaction. So it is also a very useful tool in the genetically modified studies, so that is GMO studies. And in template quantification also it is used. So real time multiplex PCR is a great tool for template quantification. Furthermore, the quantitative analysis of multiple pathogen is also possible. And in deletion studies, so mutation detection even becomes more rapid and cost effective after the development of multiplex PCR. Y chromosome microdeletion is the best example, and also the studies that were carried out by the group of scientists, that is this Jeffrey Chamberlain, that was also related with the deletion mutation. Okay. Besides this multiplex PCR finds application in forensic studies as well. The different locus is targeted for identification of organism by using multiplex PCR. So multiple loci can be screened in single experiment. So these are various applications of the multiplex PCR. So remember that in multiplex PCR we use a PCR technique or a modified PCR techniques in which the multiple sets of template DNA are amplified by multiple sets of primers. Now this multiplex PCR is of two types, that is the multi-template multiplex PCR and uni-template multiplex PCR. In multi-template multiplex PCR, different template DNA are amplified simultaneously, and this technique is used in pathogen identification. So different templates are identified or are amplified in a single set of reaction, whereas in uni-template multiplex PCR, the single template is amplified by multiple sets of the primers, and this technique is used for detection of inherited disorders. So this is how you can represent the uni-template multiplex PCR. And then there are certain conditions related to the primer. So primer designing is one of the important aspect or criteria in case of the multiplex PCR. It is very crucial because since we are using more than one sets of primers, there are chances that these primers may be complementary to each other and they may form the primer dimer, and the formation of primer dimer is undesirable. It may give you false result. Therefore utmost care should be taken while selecting or designing the primer for multiplex PCR. At the same time, we should also take into consideration the GC content and the melting temperature of these primers, and we should limit the cycles of multiplex PCR. Then we discussed about the advantages and disadvantages of multiplex PCR. It is very accurate technique and it saves time, it saves the reagent, it saves the manpower. So these are some of the basic advantages of the multiplex PCR. Whereas among the disadvantages, the larger DNA size cannot be amplified by using multiplex PCR. So it is restricted to very few types of template. We cannot do it for in all the types of template DNA. Okay. And in case of applications, so there are several applications of the multiplex PCR. It is particularly applicable in the diagnostics, so pathogenic strains identification, disease diagnosis and pathogen detection. And besides that, it is useful in the mutation studies like mutation detection, deletion studies, SNP analysis, genetically modified organism studies and template quantification. And one more additional application of this PCR technique is in forensic studies. Okay, so this is all about the multiplex PCR. I hope you like this mode of the teaching. If you have any doubts, you can message me and try to solve the assignment with this particular topic. So in the next lecture we will discuss other modifications or other variations in the polymerase chain reaction. Thank you very much.